This Marine reported that he had a confrontation the night before with what he called a quote-unquote huge man who appeared suddenly out of nowhere.
Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Woke. I'm Kalen.
And I'm Marina.
And we have a new addition to our React videos today. This is the bullshit bar.
Yeah, Kalen had this great idea, and I kind of think it's pretty dope, because especially in today's video, we've never heard of this topic before today. So it'll be really interesting to see where this bullshit bar goes throughout our journey.
I don't even know how to say the name of what we're talking about today, so this will be interesting.
The Yucca Man.
Or is it the Yucca Man?
Who knows? I'm sure the video will let us know.
The first reported sighting happened in 1971, when the beast was allegedly encountered by an unlikely person to be reporting such things as cryptid encounters in the woods. It was a Marine who was on guard duty at a base in 29 Palms. The morning after the shift, when he said he had encountered the Yucca Man, he was found unconscious and his rifle was bent in half. With his mind hazy and still a bit confused, this Marine reported that he had a confrontation the night before with what he called a quote-unquote huge man who appeared suddenly out of nowhere in the deep
You know those green beans? It's like the green bean can. It has the green giant on the outside. That's what I'm getting here.
Yeah. Like, that is some luscious hair. I want to know what that looks like in person.
I don't know, like the front side of it, but also his hair kind of like turns into like his chest hair. That also kind of turns into like...
All of his hair? Yeah.
How would that work if he like moved his head to the left? Like it would just like rip off of his chest? Is his head permanently turned that way?
No, I'm sure it's flowy and luscious. Who knows? I bet you it's really smelly though. Ugh.
Are we sure this is a male?
Why are we trying to assume a cryptid's gender? Like,
you're right, it's 2023, I'm sorry.
And that, and like, if it's not human, well, then again, we gender animals, so. But this is a cryptid, it's different.
Okay. So as of now, I'm gonna say this is this is as believable as Bigfoot is. There's nothing that is setting this more unbelievable from Bigfoot, right?
I'd say so, but I need to hear more.
The guard lifted his rifle and commanded this thing to stop where it was. The thing continued to approach, snatching the rifle right out of his hands and bending it in half like it was nothing. He then proceeded to knock the Marine unconscious. Almost immediately, and possibly because the source was a United States Marine, the FBI and CIA were brought into the investigation of what actually took place and what this man encountered that night. As it turns out, on the same night the Marine had his encounter, there were two other sightings of this hairy beast in and around the same area.
Alright, so if it bent the rifle, a human's not strong enough to do that. So it has to be something else here. Or somebody's
and
just triggered
the freaking FBI and CIA to investigate. That makes me really like... So I think that just the fact that they were involved would bring it up a little bit more on the believability scale.
I'm with you. I'm still with like Bigfoot level here. Like at this point, I'm still kind of convinced that this thing is a Bigfoot.
What if it's just like an evolved version of Bigfoot? Or the ancestors of Bigfoot? But then how would they coexist?
The bigger foot.
The large foot.
The grande foot. We should have stopped at bigger foot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we should have.
A similar ape-like humanoid creature, known as the Cement Man, has been spotted in Lucerne Valley in California.
You say Cement Man?
Yeah. Is he just a walking cinder block? Like, if anything, this is just making me go back to, like, you know, the evolutionary line of the Bigfoot family, you know? Like, what if, okay, they had one common... Stay with me. What if, like, Bigfoot, the Yucca Man, Sasquatch, the Rougarou, like, all of that, it's got, like, one common ancestor, just like us humans, we all have, like, one common ancestor.
I could see it.
This creature, is referred to as an urban legend. But when it comes to things like this, we must always remember that there are still people out there who believe Bigfoot and Sasquatch are nothing more than urban legends too.
I like how he like worded that, like most people do believe in Bigfoot. He's like, but there are still people out there that don't believe that Bigfoot and the Sasquatch are real.
Yeah. They're not woke yet.
They're not swoke.
Oh my
woke.
god.
That was,
God.
I don't know if I like that or not.
You always coming up with like the cheesy names.
I came up with Soho a while back and Marina hated it.
Yeah.
But I still used it as a
just reminds
hashtag.
me of like Soho or something.
Soho?
Yeah,
Like,
like
that girl's
Southern
Soho?
Hollywood.
Oh.
No, it's what they
we're-
call Southern Hollywood. Oh my god. Obviously,
Anyway.
Kaylin doesn't watch reality TV.
I do actually. Do you watch Vanderpump Rules?
No.
Oh my god, let's keep going.
Okay, let's get back into
In
conspiracy
1980,
shit.
two servicemen were coming back from a local lake near this abandoned cement factory when they alleged that a creature ran in front of their vehicle. They reported that this beast was so massive, they only saw the lower half of it as it ran from their positions in the vehicle. He goes on to explain that he and his buddy were skiing all day at Big Bear Lake. They decided that the quickest way to get back to 29 Palms was to go back through the desert. On the right side of the road, there was an abandoned cement factory. The factory was a lone building with nothing else around or near it. There is nothing at all as far as any type of civilization around this factory for at least 10 miles. Ken said that this was not unusual for this part of the Mojave Desert. His friend Mike was in the driver's seat, but Ken explained that he believed he saw this thing first. From his side, the left side of the road, he explained, something very large seemed to stand up on two legs and run across the road. The bottom half looked human, but covered with hair. The top half wasn't very visible, but appeared monsterish, or scary in other words. The headlights only got the bottom half, and the thing ran about 150 feet in front of us. It made it across the road in 3 strides. Ken yelled, "What the hell was that?" And when he realized very suddenly that it was the elusive cement monster, he ordered Mike to chase after it. Mike did as he was told and made a quick U-turn right where they were. Ken was digging through the glove box looking for a pistol, while giving directions to Mike as to where he thought they would likely find what had just scared them half to death and ran out in front of their vehicle.
So their plan was to like pull up on Bigfoot with the pistol and just like gun him down?
Yeah, that's so rude. And also so dumb. Like, you just seen something you have never seen before, and you just think a little pistol gonna do the job?
Seriously. And also, like, imagine the value of a live Bigfoot over a dead Bigfoot. So if you're just trying to do it for like money or something, like also like use a net maybe? I don't know, there's a sleeping dart. You don't have to shoot it.
But also, I do applaud the fact that they saw this thing and then wanted to follow it, because I definitely, like, I'd follow it as long as I kept a close distance. Or not a close distance, a safe distance.
Around for a while, but never could find any sign of the elusive creature. He ends his encounter with this. We talked about it a few times before our enlistment was over. The strange thing is that we just accepted that we had simply seen some sort of prehistoric man, and that was that, and it was no big deal. And maybe, someday, we might be privileged enough to see another.
So
I think it's believable as Bigfoot, but the Yucca Man, I believe. Like he said in the end, like, what if it's just a bunch of gene variations depending on their environment?
I definitely think
science
that's
works.
the case, honestly.
Like, it's just some creature out there, and the different versions that we see, from Bigfoot all the way over to the Yeti, like, they adapt to their environments, but at the end of the day, there's still these big hairy creatures that all have human shape, kind of gorilla-like, blah blah blah. It's all the same.
What if Bigfoots are aliens?
Well, if we throw it back to the Skinwalker Ranch and the fact that they can travel through portals, I'd say, yeah, they are a freaking version of aliens if they're just going out to different dimensions.
But like,
That
what
would
if
be
like
technically
that's how
an alien.
aliens look, and we just did not expect them to look like Bigfoots at all, but like that's how they look.
But then there's people out there that swear to God they've seen an alien and they look like a fucking alien.
True.
I'm just saying the universe is big enough for shit to look like all kind of things.
All right, y'all. Well, we will see y'all with a brand new video next Tuesday. Make sure that y'all come and check out the podcast episode coming out this Saturday.
Yeah, and follow us on all our socials and be sure to subscribe.
All right, y'all. See you next time.